But I'm back in it as we should. Starting it up. Make sure you can hit that like button if you could, because you would. Don't chill. Stop. Wait a minute. Don't hold me up, man. Smash it up. Let's get it. We just gotta understand the elements. Because when I'm in your presence, you're gonna elevate. Very eloquent. You're now listening to the voices in the spirit of the one and only, the creator. He's not hearing, he's not listening, he's tearing it down every chance he gets. Because we gotta teach, we gotta be able to build. So we first gotta destroy all of the bad and the negativity that's going on. Mass shootings, killings, porn, sex. It's clouding your mind and your judgment. You know what's coming next, right?
Say rule, nigga need that nigga out here in the bay, nigga, yeah. Got a problem, nigga. Nigga on that ass, man. Say rule, nigga need that.
It's gonna be a takeover, man. Out of chaos comes order, man. It's gonna be war all over. Civil wars, man against woman, woman against man. I mean, that's already happening. Children, adults, young, old, gangs. You know, it's gonna be a twofold thing that we about to see unleashed on the earth. You know, God is gonna quietly swipe through and damage and take all of this evil and all of this trauma and all of these people who want to keep inflicting the karma on the black man instead of uplifting, god damn it. I mean, it's a mass shooting. 5 people, 2 killed, and that ain't even got nothing to do with what happened. There was like a graduation, right? And somebody had got shot up. So they saying kids, 13, got shot at a graduation. They can't even, it was in Cali. They can't even be. So when we go into war in these streets and the kids are casualties and everything that we giving each other back and forth, it's gonna be a relapse. It's already a collapse, but it's gonna be a relapse of and what people have put forth to try to hash things out. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate them likes, y'all. This generation is trash, man. Like, all they want to do is kill, have sex, get a little ass, and try to go rob. Because now you gotta feed, that ego. You gotta feed that God that you worshiping and idolizing, which is designer shit. You know what I'm saying? Drugs, sex. This ain't the love generation, this ain't the time to be getting your heart involved in shit that you ain't got no start to begin with in the front, you know what I'm saying? No, it's changing, but it just take time, you know what I'm saying? We see the youth more and more trying to do different things that we never had a chance or opportunity to. That's what it's about, the kids, before anything else. Niggas can't risk their life for a bitch, then end up doing time. And now your daughter is out here with no guidance, you know what I'm saying? Because the homies ain't gonna feed your kids. They gonna keep doing what they doing, nigga. So you gotta step up and understand yourself into, man, because child support, divorce is destroying niggas. It destroyed the black community. Niggas is getting caught up trying to chase a bag. How many times we see it? Nigga just got killed in Atlanta. Ezekiel Hall mom's crying all on the news and shit. It's the saddest story I seen. Dude was 39 and he got killed because he trying to chase some pussy. I mean, you gotta call it what it is, nigga. You chasing pussy.
In all honesty, don't go to Miami.
That's a risk. Only STDs and shit, but now if you got the bag, shit, they might try to take that shit from you.
One of the key leads that investigators are pursuing in the shooting death of 39-year-old Ezekiel Walker. Police say that they're also looking for 3 men who may be connected to the case. Now, Walker's mother is speaking out, hoping with answers.
No mother should be a member of this club. I never wanted any parts of this.
For weeks, Victoria Holbert sat by her son's hospital bed, hoping her only child would survive.
He was on a ventilator. They were keeping him sedated because he was in so much pain. He had been shot 8 times. They had already taken out his spleen. It had punctured one of his kidneys. They had to amputate his right arm, his right leg. And they were in the process of possibly amputating his left leg.
Doctors fought to save Ezekiel Walker's life. Families.
You know what I'm saying? That could be your kids getting caught up out there in some shit. Chasing these hoes, you know. Just trying to be at a party, just trying to do something positive, you know? Like, why can't we have a good time without somebody having to die at the end of the night or lose their life? You know, this shit is just terrifying, man. It's just like, we see the same cycle and then you're gonna wait till it hits somebody, you know, that's just like you or somebody that you know in your neighborhood. And now just missing the whole point, man. You're missing it.
They just drop it off.
Because we worried about ourselves thinking. We worried about ourselves instead of making sure that we put in place the right programs and the right help. You know what I'm saying? For these kids, man, we can't think about chasing a bag no more. That shit ain't working for us. You know, we gotta love each other before we do anything else because it's just gonna be destruction. Any way you try to put it. There ain't no love, you know, it's just everybody got their walls up. So this is the worst time, you know, to be going through a tough situation. It's always been like that for us. You know, the black man never been rich in large numbers. So this shit, you know, that they trying to portray. We need to have all of this money and all of these things. It's like, nigga, my father wasn't shit. You know, my grandfather, same shit. But they still had, you know, they women, they children, and they lives. Now it's a different time. You know, you could barely survive off of one income, let alone 2. So now nigga just gotta have 3, 4 jobs just to get through basic, you know, necessities, because bills done went up so high, you know, it stress me out. Everybody going through it out here. Yeah, it's nothing but followers, man. You know, niggas is gonna follow, bitches is gonna follow. Everybody following the money. But who gonna follow God? because she's the only one that's gonna judge me, you, and everyone else. So it don't even matter what nobody do. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take care of your health. You gotta make sure if you get the bag, my nigga, right? You still gotta make sure that you putting forth your best effort not to get your ass off, because you're gonna literally kill yourself trying to chase the bag, and then when you get the bag, now you gotta protect the bag. Now you gotta make sure, you know what I'm saying? There's gonna be more issues and problems the higher you go with it. You know, a nigga already done been there, been on boss levels, calling the shots, so it's like, it's not nothing to handle it. But you gotta make sure that that's what you want. You know what I'm saying? If that's the spot you wanna choose, you know what I mean? Then you gotta make sure that you're gonna be willing to die for that shit. That same money, nigga, that you gotta go pay that rent, that you gotta go pay fucking light bills, electric, gas. Your ass better be prepared and make sure you're gonna put your life on the line. Because now, if you don't, your whole world is gonna be, you know what I'm saying, decline. You ain't making that same income. So at the same time, it's like, do you really wanna work till you die? Just being another slave, trying to get high, you know, to balance out the lows of the life. The style, the load that they gonna put on your ass is just another blow that you won't be able to handle, you know? So you gotta grow in the game, man, understand that shit. It done change. This shit is, I don't even, recall how it got this way, but, it all just took a token. Silly old me, I just had so much hope and, love and shit like that, and thinking that a bitch is gonna stick around, or that I'ma have that same love that I see the next people with. And it's like, this ain't no fairy tale celebrity shit, everybody got their shit. So you just gotta make the best of it now. Like, you can't even enjoy the security anymore, because it's like, it's not like before where, before social media and shit was ruining relationships. Niggas getting caught with the phone. It's like, nigga, I come from a different generation. We didn't even have tracking devices and shit, you know what I'm saying, and catching the go. So a bitch wasn't really worried about it like that. Like, now it's just like everything is just, niggas is cheating, niggas is sleeping around, but it's like, what you expect if you do get a deal, now you gotta compete. You can't be mad at me when bitches wanna sleep with me because I'm doing the right thing. Like, that's my reward to being who I am, you know what I'm saying? At least I'm keeping it real with you. At least, if a nigga saying, yo, this is the situation and you saying you gonna deal with it, but then now when it come down to the wire, you can't handle this shit because you're too jealous, worrying about if I'm money on a bitch. You know what I'm saying? When I'm taking care of my family, my aunts and shit, and my cousins, and now you thinking I'm doing something that's like, is it really worth it to put yourself through this stress? Because I can't deal with no jealous ass bitch, man. That shit is just, it make you emotional, and it takes you, into a whole nother left field, and now you're not even thinking straight because you're just trying to get some ass, or you're just trying to, make sure she good and please her. And her ass don't want to be happy. She just want, no matter what you do, it's like she gonna, either now she gonna say you ain't spending enough time with her, or you ain't doing enough. It's like, it's always gonna be something, no matter what. So now your happiness is gonna be dependent upon the next person, and which it really shouldn't be. But that's how they operate in today's time, I guess. The man is just entertainment for them, or they didn't have a father, they didn't have brothers and shit, so they don't respect or understand authority, or a real man, how he gonna be living his life, which is not to please his wife. I mean, I can't see myself being like that. Like, I've been seeing niggas in my family crash out for women and do everything for the bitch for years, and then she still go be with another nigga, or whatever. It don't matter. So it's like, I don't care about that shit anymore. You know what I'm saying? And I advise niggas to get your money up, get focused, get your plan, do something more than just sex. Like, that's the very low, you know what I mean, of human that it's like, okay, you need love, but that's not love, my nigga. That's just a quick, you trying to bust a nut in a bitch, but now you gonna have her connected to you for life, because we don't want no condom, my nigga. Like, these bitches is gonna get mad, but they know we want a nut in them, so it's like, that's just the feeling that the nigga want to feel. That's what it all come down to. When you glad you getting some pussy, then you be alright. But now when she wants you to protect the shit, you be like, shit, come on, bitch. Like, you done gave it to me raw already. I'm trying to continue to tear it up the way I am. Like, why you want to try to keep me from breaking down the walls? And I'm the working nigga, because you thinking I'm from the next bitch, or I'm going to get the next bitch pregnant. It's like, come on, all of this stress, all this anxiety is a mess, man. Just get fucking married. Like, that's what I tell people, man. If you want to do this shit, do it the right way. So that way you secure that shit. You know what I mean? Insecurity is just, I'm too old to be dealing with this type of shit. You know what I mean? Like, my nigga, I gotta get my mind right, because the relationship situation, the dating game is not, the ideal place. It's just take focus on first. You know what I mean? Get out. Be patient. You gotta stay. Stay on your grind these days. These times is hard for everybody. Trump ain't fucking around. That nigga, he ain't trying to turn this shit up. He going to war. Gas prices, everything is through the roof. So make sure that you're doing this shit right, my nigga. Don't just be in this shit just to waste time. You gotta make something out of life. We all got a purpose. We all got a goal. We all want love. We all want to, be some way, shape, or form notarized. And you want to be famous. You want money. You want to be rich. Whatever that's it. But the goal is for the kids. So once you get a certain age, my nigga, you gotta maneuver. You gotta do this thing called adulthood. Like, you can't just be out here faking it and fucking off, thinking that shit is gonna get you somewhere, just cause you can make a bitch feel, oh yeah, I'm Superman now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah. That's the lowest, vibration in the roof shot. You gotta get your roof shot. Keep your dick. You're drinking. Gotta keep your dick disciplined. know what I mean? We witnessing the lust era. Everybody just wants sex. Nobody really want love. Because love don't cost a thing. So if a bitch got her bread, she got her bag, and why would she want yours? That just don't make sense, you know. It's just her broke ass is trying to eat off you. Alright, I'll see you. I'll be back at 4.
Okay.
I'm about to go down here. Gotta call in to the mate. I'll be back on here. I just wanted to give y'all a little talk, you know, see what y'all think, see what y'all got going on, man. We gonna link up. Chicago, you already know. We gotta stop the killing for the children, man. We can't keep chasing the bag and then putting everybody in jeopardy, man. That shit ain't cool. Like, it can't last like that, man. It ain't fair. You know, we ain't grow up like that to where it's just so much damage being everybody